Next, a bid to extend drinking hours at a popular seafront pub in Tynemouth has sparked opposition from local residents. The Gibraltar Rock on East Street has applied to stay open until 1 in the morning on Fridays and Saturdays, with music playing until midnight. But two formal objections have been submitted, warning of public nuisance, disorderly behaviour and taxi congestion on nearby streets. One objector claims taxis will be tempted to drive the wrong way along the sustainable coastal route to access the venue. In response, the venue's licensing consultant says a modest extension in hours would come with tough new rules on customer dispersal, outdoor drinking and staff supervision. Plans to transform an old rail yard behind Central Station into hundreds of homes and a New York-style park are expected to be submitted soon. Network Rail says it will lodge an application this autumn to redevelop the Forth Goods Yard site off Pottery Lane. The scheme would include 600 homes, a multi-storey car park and an elevated park following a disused railway spur west out of the city. Inspired by Manhattan's High Line, the 1 mile route would pass the Utilita Arena and stretch to the Newcastle Business Park. The announcement comes just as government ministers confirmed £121 million of public money to unlock nearby land for new homes. One of Newcastle's oldest barbershops is set to close its doors after more than a century of business, following a steep rent increase. George Scott Gentleman's Hairdressers in the city centre says it cannot afford to stay open after its rent was tripled by the building's owner. Staff say they are devastated by the decision and hope to welcome as many customers as possible before shutting for good in December. The vintage-style shop has served generations of families, with one regular visiting since he was 16 in the early 1980s. Gateshead Council says it's stepping up efforts to tackle fly tipping after recent prosecutions and a boost in staff and surveillance. 2 men were fined over £600 after rubbish was dumped in Birtley and near the Shipley Art Gallery earlier this year. One other man failed to appear in court and is now the subject of an arrest warrant. The council has increased enforcement powers, hired 7 new officers and upgraded CCTV across the borough. Fixed penalty notices for fly tipping are also set to rise from the current level of £400.